Thanks for joining me, first off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Glad I could do this.
Thanks for taking time to do this, man. I would much rather have you here in the studio, nerding out on some stuff, but I guess it's the next best thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, awesome.
I just wanted to take this time to at least kind of just one, say thank you for playing on the track.
Yeah, man, it was so much fun.
Awesome. Ernesto and I, as we were reamping guitars the other day, we're just listening through, and every time we'd notice something different in your take, and we just start laughing.
Thanks, man.
Oh my God, this is so cool. And I actually played a short clip of the video you sent me of you playing on the broadcast last week. Everybody loved it. So,
great, man.
Like, when does this come out?
Oh, great.
So hopefully we're going to finish that up soon. But a couple things. I won't keep you long.
Yeah, no worries.
I've had the pleasure of recording you a few times here.
Yeah.
And there's a few things that kind of stuck out to me beyond your abilities as a bass player. And I'm probably always going to have a freaking coffee mug. I'm that guy.
Yeah, I'll have to get the same
but
one.
There's a few things that stuck out beyond just how... Oh, there you go.
Awesome, man.
How freaking good you are is... I remember the first session we did with Bleeding Harp and Doug Pinnick. You're like the most prepared person I've ever seen show up to a session. You literally had a bag full of every cable, adapter. You had more than I did.
No.
Are you normally like that when you go to sessions? Do you normally show up? I mean, and I'm talking beyond the bass rig. Do you normally have that like bag?
Well, I always bring a couple DIs because I don't know how far. Like I bring some radial, JDI, like a passive DI I bring, and then I bring like a Countryman or something active in case the board's really far away,
Right.
And I try to do that because sometimes you end up with the cheapest DI. Like it'll be like an imp or something, like it's, we ran out of DIs. This is have this whirlwind, like, actually, those aren't even that bad. But you know what I mean? I want to, it's a big part of the chain.
What's your preferred DI when you're doing that? I mean, I know it kind of depends on the run, but you have a...
Yeah. I got, I use this a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And then if it's a really far run, I'll use one of these because this thing is super output.
Oh, those are great too.
Yeah.
I've used those.
But I really like, I use these a lot, these Countrymen, the new ones.
Yep.
These are great. Because
it
has...
I have one that's black.
Yeah, the 85. Yeah, this is the newer one, but they're both great. Either one. Yeah, they're both amazing. So
that was another thing that I noticed, how easy it was to record. And I can't remember... I'd almost guarantee you we used one of your radials when we did the Bleeding Harp, and then the Roswell video when we did Little Wing with you and Marshall and Sobel.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we went right into one of your radials and just straight into the console.
And then we reamp with a ribbon mic? I can't remember on that one.
The Roswell video, the Little Wing video, we reamped with their microphones.
Yeah.
But your direct tone coming out of your bass is one of the best DI sounds
I've ever
recorded. I mean, it sounds amazing. I mean, I could have used it without having... I mean, I like reamping. It's fun, and I like the amps and everything. But the tone just coming out of your bass was fantastic.
Oh, thanks,
What are you using bass-wise?
Oh, well...
what do you use on this track, on the Circus Tuesday track?
Okay, on that one I use a Miura. It's a Swamp Ash body, maple neck, 5-string. I mean, really, all the basses, the one thing they have in common is they have that Babbitt's bridge, which is really good, and they have Bartolini pickups, single coil. And I use they're single coil Bartolinis. They just sound really good. Yeah, you get a little buzz if you use one pickup in certain areas,
Right.
Just like a jazz bass, but they just have a response that I like, and I just like the low, like the 400 hertz on the Bartolinis. That kind of, it has like that low, mid-rangey kind of punch.
Yeah, the growl really good. Right there is nice.
Yeah, exactly, the growl, and the harmonics come out good too, because most of the harmonics are right around 500. They really pop out on a bass, at least at 500.
Right.
That meaty part of the harmonics. So
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the common denominator there, and then it's just the way your hands and what you're thinking in your head.
Yeah. I mean,
the sound is in your head first, and then you're trying to translate it. And I've always thought about, in some situations, it's been the amp is almost more important. Like when I used to play with Eddie Jobson, the UK stuff. Like I'd have one SV2 that's totally distorted and the other one's clean. But I've always kind of tailored my thing to, I usually go direct. So I would always go like, man, I got to get the direct sound really good. Mm-hmm. And the amp is like secondary for me, because I barely ever reamp, that's like so, I mean, I like it. I just don't, it's like a convenience thing. It's just like, oh, it sounds great direct, whatever.
Right. So what are you using at home? Because it's like when we talked before you did the track.
Yeah.
No, I didn't want to have to reamp. I wanted to use your chain. So what do you?
Oh, thanks. Over there? Well, I use I don't know if you can see any of this, but I have this is a Day King mic pre.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of your board. It has that Trident-y kind of sound. I think
they are based on the Trident, actually.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, maybe it's like solid state, and it's just really simple, and it sounds good, and it has so much gain. I mean, I have to put a pad on it. It's probably really good for ribbon mics, I would think. And then I have this guy, which I use a lot also. And that's what I used on your track. I used the 6176.
Oh, so that's the 610 with the 1176 compressor on the other side, right?
Yeah, but I didn't use the compressor. What I like about this unit is you can use them as two separate entities. You don't have to be in the same chain. They actually run parallel, so you can use this on a snare drum at the same time, whatever. But I just used the 610. I didn't use any of the compressor at all. And then I have a Cal rack. It's on a little rack right now because I took it out of here because I had to use it for a remote thing, which is an old Brent Averill. I have two of them. They're Cal rack preamps.
Yep.
I forgot what the number is, 1034 PQ or so. I can't remember. It's just a channel strip. Yeah, I opened them up, though. They have the power supplies are from 1959, and he bought 2,000 preamps from the BBC when they switched from analog to digital. So all this shit was played on the Beatles were being played on these preamps back in the 60s.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, there's only 2,000 that he made, and I have two of them. I bought two of them like in 1995, I think.
Nice.
So I still hold on to them. I don't know why. I mean, the Day King sounds just as good.
So most of the time you threw the 610 or the Day King, is that?
Yeah.
Does that choice depend on the bass you're using, or do you make a decision just on the overall sound from the track?
Yeah, on the track. Yeah. I mean, like your tune was really, it had like a nice, I just wanted to have a little more roundness and, it's hard to explain. Not like I didn't go with both pickups on. I went with more of the back pickup for your track because of the solo, and I wanted to be kind of percussive in there, but still have a lot of low end. So the tube gives you a nice super low end. It's people say it's not as fast as solid state, but that preamp is really good. That's probably my favorite tube thing ever made for preamp. I haven't had any other tube success like that.
Right.
I've bought a lot of stuff. Like you buy stuff and then you get rid of it when you're not using it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't keep stuff I'm not using. I don't. It's like
Same
I use it in a year and I don't see any use. It's like it's good. I make room for something I'll use.
Yeah, that's smart. You really have a great. I love that Trident port you have. That's just really, really great.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, it has something to do with the way. Oh, but you've you know how to use it, and whenever I do a session there, it just sounds really good. It just has this thing. There's other. You can go to places that have a $750,000 this or that, and that thing just holds up right to that, and that's probably like $40,000, right? It's not like a big.
Yeah, I think this is about 38 or 39 for 24, right in there.
Yeah, great. Yeah, really, really good. So you have your thing together, man. I'm really happy for you. That studio sounds great.
Oh, thank you. Well, when this whole thing lifts, we got to do some more actual live recording in here.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah, with Jeff or whoever, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to bring in. It's not. I'm not playing. I can't play that stuff anymore.
You sounded great on the track, man. I love the whole thing.
I was just glad that stuff held up because we did those. That was about 10 years ago. I tracked those drums.
Wow.
And
really?
For whatever reason, they ended up in a folder, and we never finished them.
Was that pre-Mohawk or post?
That would have been pre-Mohawk.
That's how I gauge these things now with Charlie Waymire.
So what else? What else are you doing right now? Obviously, you got a great rig at home. I mean, that's another reason why I wanted you to play on this. Is you're also a really good engineer. You have great ears.
Oh,
and
thanks.
You do it all at home. I knew what we would get would be sound perfect. So are you doing what? Are you doing some remote recording for people right now? You doing?
Yeah. I'm doing. I've been doing some mixing. I'm doing some like I have a tune today I have to do with this guy, John Sajowski. He's a Navy SEAL down in San Diego. He's a pretty good guitar player. I think Marco Miniman played on his last record. And I got Shane on a couple tracks for this one. And, I'm sure he has a bunch he wants to do.
What kind of stuff is it?
Kind of on the rock thing. It's almost like the Dixie Dregs kind of thing, but maybe less of the country side of Dixie Dregs, more... but that kind of thing.
Side of things.
Yeah, he's a really good guitar player. He's really pretty. Has a lot of really great songwriter. Yeah, he has a master's in music. He's Navy SEAL, retired recently, but I mean, he has like science degrees. He's just a total. Probably has 10 degrees. One of these guys. He's overachievers. No, I'm kidding.
I have a piece of paper that said I went to a school for a little while.
Yeah, and he's like totally modest and no ego and really easy to work with. So I've been doing that. Karen Briggs' record, I'm helping her with that, producing it and mixing it. And
nice.
So that juggling, man. A couple students.
Well, where can people find you? They want to get you to play on something or do some work.
Well, I have my website, www.ricfierabracci.com, and I have Facebook. You can catch me on that. If you need some bass, give me a call. And if you need other stuff.
Oh, I'm hoping to get some more tracks to get you to play on.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah.
Well, man, hey, I don't want to keep you. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for playing on that track.
All right, man. Yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah.
Mixing is next. We got all the reamping done. And it sounded
great, yeah.
I mean, and I even reamped the drums a little bit. I created a new room tone.
Oh, yeah, cool.
For him, and it already it sounds so good. Mixing should be actually pretty easy. So,
did you have a chance to reamp the bass? I'm just kind of curious what you did. Oh, cool. Yeah, that sounds good directly.
One thing I was hoping I was going to get from you is what I got actually was the bass tone I wanted.
Oh, great, yeah.
Come that way.
Awesome,
and
man.
you plopped it in and it fit down. It's like, okay, this sits right where I want to. I'm not gonna go mess with it.
Brilliant, man. Awesome, dude. Thanks. All right, Charlie. Good talking to you.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Have a good one.
Thank you, brother.